You have to just die, right? You do. Okay. That's great. And then you turn into like a big ass boss. But let's go back and save. Because yes, I used the pie. And I didn't need to. The save point is gone. That's not ominous at all. Please, don't do this to me. Don't give me another bullshit. Thank you. Oh my god. That was almost very scary. I hope that I can get glam burgers. I need to get through the entirety of Hotland first. I am aware of that. I can't get glam burgers until the very end. But if I can't get glam burgers, I don't have any more healing items like at all. 40 left. Okay, there's a lot of enemies around here. Clearly. Can I go down? I can go down. You actually exist. I'm the riverman. Or am I the riverwoman? It doesn't really matter. I'll have to ride my boat. Would you care to join me? Join the boat. Yes. Let's go to waterfall first. So the boatman or woman does still exist. That's very, very good. Because now we can go back to waterfall, get the item, which I'm not entirely sure which item it is and if it's actually relevant for me, but I want to go check it just because it is a weapon and it might be useful to have. And that's not where I want to be. So let's go back to Snowden. Because we need to restock on cinnamon bunnies anyway, because that's the best food we have. And assuming they don't run out, which is a big assumption, I am aware. Assuming they don't run out, we should be able to stock up on those until we can get glam burgers. Because I'm assuming there's going to be a marathon fight. I don't know when or where it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. Because Marathon is a bitch of a fight in the original... well, this is also the original game. In the pacifist route. Take... cinnamon bun. There we go. I also just realized that I have other things in my inventory, which... I guess we don't really need the crab apples at all if we have cinnamon buns. So we can just toss those onto the ground. I wish I could do this a little more efficiently, but we'll live. Then what do we have in the box? We don't need a monster candy either. Just to make a little bit more room in the box for when and if we need it. I don't know if we're still going to get the phone. Obviously, we're not going to be able to call anyone with the phone, but we might be able to still use the feature with the wireless box, which would be really nice. Okay, we have good healing items. Now, let's actually just look up the item that I'm thinking about. Undertale, I think it's a weapon. Weapons. Then I'm going to use the bathroom real quick before we move on. Let's see, it's torn notebook, no. Ballet shoes, tall grass, waterfall, free. Tough glove. Maybe it's a piece of armor then? Or more... behind a waterfall. Okay, it's All-2-2, which has 10 defense. That's better than the manly bandana. So we are going to go get that. Because I don't think I need the cloudy glasses. Isolated area and Hotland. we get the Stained Apron. I think the Stained Apron, it is better than the old tutu, and heals 1 HP every other turn, which isn't a lot, but it's something. And it's got better defense than the old tutu. So we're just going to go get that in a moment. But again, first a quick bathroom break. Told you it'd be quick. Let's see. Where is my Undertale window? There we go. Use the box. I don't think we need to use the box. Let's go back to Hotland because we did our things as Snowden. We got some new food. We know that we don't really need probably the item that we can get in Waterfall. So we can move on back to Hotland, get our new armor there presumably, and be good. Unless we have to fight Metaton right away. In which case, maybe I will go back for the old 2-2 after all. It does go well with ballet shoes, I will admit. I am legitimately terrified. We need to kill 40 enemies in this area as well. Surely these are different. It's a computer. It's accessing some kind of puzzle on Snowden. Seems like notes to something, but it's all written in chicken scratch. Seems like a walkthrough to a game, or or something to break the fourth wall. It's a whole empty dog food bag. You just remembered something funny. And that's Metaton. Oh, fuck. Okay, this is not going to go well. Oh, there you are. You ugly little creature. You have managed quite the name for yourself. Such infamy. I am impressed. Oh, yes. If you're looking for Elvis, she is not here. Whilst you were busy doing your, thing, she was running around, evacuating people to safety. Now they're all in place. You'll never be able to get to them. Deciding not to fight you. My, she really is a smart one, isn't she? Oh, how sassy. You're just itching to get your hands on me, aren't you? Well, too bad. This world needs stars more than it needs corpses. Toodles. Okay, Metaton's just gonna run the fuck away. I like that. It's just here to complete the look. That's fair enough. It's a bathroom sign. Is there anything up here? Pink goop drops from the strange machine. That's anime. We can just skip that. There's a cube of ice. An incredible invention. When not in use, this bat folds itself into an extremely easy to draw box. That has nothing to do with ease of drawing at all, does it? Nothing to do with saving effort on the pixel art. It is quite a clever way to do it. Just draw a box and say it's an item folded up into a box. So, something to remember. Oh yeah, 40 actual enemies we need to murder as well. I forgot about that. Look, we are only dealing 127 damage to that thing because this one doesn't have like 50,000 HP. Quite literally. We're just gonna make our way through Hotland and we'll do the grinding at the very end if we need to. But this does feel like it's quite different from the usual Hotland. Does the usual Hotland have this much lava? I feel like it has less lava, usually. I might just be going insane. Which is unlikely, because if you're already insane like me, you can't go insane. But I do need to walk around here quite a bit to make sure that I... Yeah, get the item right there. There's a frying pan lying on the ground. Will you take it? I definitely will. You're carrying too much. Not for long, I'm not. Please let me encounter an enemy. I need to eat one of my items. Actually, I do not. I can just use them from here. That seems kind of wasteful. Yes, it does. I will take it. And the item, I think this has a higher attack value than what I have right now. It's got a attack at 10. Damage is rather consistent. Consumable items heal 4 more HP. That's also amazing. We're going to use that. I don't even care how much power the belay shoes have. Weapon at... Yeah, no, the frying pan is significantly better. We just need... other way. Now we just need the other item, which was a stained apron. I have no idea why this thing is even there. Like, why is that part even there? I don't understand. But we have the frying pan now, so that's going to help us presumably a little. But we need to move on. Where to? You fucking tell me. Oh, that's 4 attacks. Okay, you have 4 hits. Just make your way through. Even getting hit a lot by these standard enemies is not really a problem. So just let yourself get hit. That's fine. The laser puzzle is... All of the puzzles are not actually in effect, and that makes this even more of a... It's a switch. Press it. Lasers were reactivated. And they were deactivated. Okay, so that's how it works. Which makes this a lot easier of a run in some regards. Obviously, not in most regards. There's gonna be a thing over there, but let's first... Oh yeah, it's because all these puzzles are already done. Okay. I'm gonna check the other side first, just to be sure it doesn't have like a good item for me. Because if it has a good item, I definitely want to be able to like get it. I just don't know where the stained apron is, and I don't want to miss it. Because it heals 1 HP every other turn, and it's just good defensively. So obviously I'm going to want that. You're here. So that means Undyne. She's like, Undyne, we'll avenge you. I'm assuming I can just murder you without too much trouble, right? Yeah, that's not a problem. Okay. See, this is normal bullet hell. I can deal with that. That's not a problem. Also, I can easily murder these enemies, which does help. Presumably, this is where you get the stained apron, right? It's that isolated island in Hotland. If it were here, you'd probably be able to see it. I'm not going to click on literally everything. It's glued to the table. I don't know if you usually get that dialogue. You might not. That might be that might be a continuation of a Pacifist Run joke. And if that's actually the case, that you can't see that dialogue in the Pacifist Run, this is gonna be quite something. Deep respect for that, because that's genius. But I might just be mistaken. Okay, so that's definitely not where we go. Let's do the left floors first and then go back to the right floors. Somewhere along here. Yeah, that's not good. Somewhere along here we have to find the stained apron before we can even move on. And we need to murder like 40 enemies. This seems like it's leading towards the end though. Oh, spider. It's another spider donut. I think that's the end of Hotland. So we're definitely not going to go through with that. But that is good to know that if we want to leave, we go to left floor 3. Is the rest of Hotland just not available to us until we, like, turn off a generator somewhere or something? Because I don't think there's any other way for us to explore and find those other areas. I don't think. Maybe there is and I'm just not seeing it. I'm gonna explore. Because I need to murder these enemies anyway. Oh, and I'm just stuck. Okay, so literally the only way forward is through the spider dungeon. I guess we go try, and if that ends up biting us in the ass, we can always reset and just grind the last encounters we need in this little area over here. But that must mean there's more to do and to explore. Which, what I'm really saying is that must mean that this is not the end of Hotland. Oh, yeah, there's more to it. Okay, I thought this was going to immediately lead into that boss fight. But clearly, I was mistaken about that. I do feel like this map is different. I might be losing my mind. Matter of fact, I probably am. But I feel like some things have changed about the map. Which is probably just not the case. Again, I'm probably just losing my mind. You know, this puzzle... Wait a second, usually you come at this from the other side. This puzzle definitely is reversed, right? That's just... That's not just me being paranoid. That's actually the case. Surely. Yeah, no, this only leads to another puzzle, which I don't need to actually do. You stop to smell the flowers. Usually that turns off the lasers. So at least some things for sure are different. Okay, so this leads into the spider boss fight. Which I have to assume at this point. Did you hear what she said? They said a human was wearing a striped shirt and will come through. I heard that they hate spiders. I heard that they hate everybody. I heard that they like to tell your legs. No, that is disgusting. I have to assume that this is not going to be an actual boss fight. Like, usually this is the Hotland boss fight, I think. But it can't be. Not this quick after Undyne. And not with this little exploration of actually, like, going around Hotland. That they have awful taste. What a shame. Human comes across and they aren't even fit to be eaten. Oh well. Rotten ingredients can always be discarded. You have to just die, right? You do. Okay. That's great. And then you turn into like a big ass boss. Surely. You give me a flower? That's nice of you. I'm also going to kill you though. Do I get the chance to? You won! Gain 300 experience and 50 gold. Love increased. Okay. Love that. I'm not going to save right away. Because number one, that was easy. And number two, I don't trust that this is the end of Hotland. Okay, so there's more to Hotland than that. This leads to, okay, Glamburger Town. That's just all I care about there. It's Glamburgers. I haven't seen, okay, so this is right floor 3. Which has now been unlocked. But I don't really need to go back to any place, I don't think. So let's just keep walking around. We still need to kill 30 enemies. And this is usually where you fight Madaton. Or, well, not really fight. This is where the Madaton puzzle happens. There's a lot of exploration we still can and probably should do, but I think if we go into the core we can shut down the generator there, right? Or am I just losing my mind and that's another thing? I'm gonna check if the electricity is gone yet. I think left floor 1 is the start. Because if there's areas available now... Again, I'm mostly still just looking for the stained apron. But also... Okay, so I can now access other areas. Because the spiders were generating electricity, apparently. Because that makes all of the sense in the world. Let's go to left floor 2. Let's just explore every single area one at a time. Because I need to murder the enemies, and this one is still in place. That must just mean that I can't go to that area in the genocide run. Already been here. Or maybe I do need to come back after starting at the core. But I don't want to progress and then lock myself out of... Yeah, been here. I don't want to progress and then lock myself out of being able to kill enemies in Hotland. Because that would be bad. So let's keep walking around a little longer. If there's nothing I can find here and I literally just need to do grinding, for grinding's sake, I guess we'll just make a save and move on. But first I need to make sure that I can still encounter things in Hotland. Okay, that's right, number 3. I need to be 100% sure that I can still encounter things in Hotland. Before we even like think about moving on. So that spider thing did not seem like a proper boss fight at all. But I don't think we've encountered anything after beating that fight, so I'm a little scared. Because that means that we have to do like 30 encounters in like just grinding with little to no. It says 34 left. So presumably that means that we can encounter things still. Are we sure there isn't a generator around here somewhere that I can turn off? I don't think there is. It doesn't look like it. I'm just assuming that those other areas are off limits. I'm just going to walk through the entirety of Hotland again. Mostly because I want to encounter some enemies and kill them. But also, there might be something I missed somewhere along the lines. So, let's give that a shot. There's nothing to be gained from going backwards there. Okay, we still can encounter things. That's at least very good information to have. And oh yeah, I almost forgot we were playing a bullet hell game. That was a horrible hit, but we hit anyway, so it's quite fine. I need to get better at hitting those attacks. That's for damn sure. Maybe you can only get either the frying pan or the apron. That will make a certain amount of sense. Not a lot, but a certain amount. Because there's let me look up real quick on the wiki page. Stained apron. Stained apron cannot be obtained in the genocide run as floor 2 is blocked. Fuck. Okay. In that case, we've been wasting our time because it's on floor 2 and we can't get to floor 2. Also, I definitely should not have Chrome open on my monitor there. So that means we literally just need to do a lot of grinding. And I think that's best done off screen, honestly. Because we need to murder like 30 enemies before we move on to the call. Which we'll do next time. But until then, I guess we just make our way through the rest of Hotland again, real quick. Make our way to a save point. And from there, we'll end the stream. And I'll just do some grinding tomorrow or the day after off screen. I'm not even going to use that save point. The entirety of floor 2 is just altogether blocked. Which isn't great. Because that means that we have to go back for the old tutu, actually. Thinking about it. Yeah, we kind of do. We kind of have to go back for that. Do we? I don't think we do. Thinking about that a little more critically, I don't think that we need to go back for that. Because I think the invincibility is probably going to be the most important thing. Because there's only one difference in... Actually, is there? No, I don't think there is. Hold on. Hold on. We have... currently, we have the cloudy glasses. The old tutu is 4 defense points more. I think it's worth it to just go get it. So let's do exactly that. Go back down again. And go get it. Because that's what we do. I think that is left floor 1 we need to be at, right? It shouldn't be too difficult to get. That's an upside. Because I think we literally just go to Snowden. And from there we can just go into Waterfall. And it's like the first or second room in Waterfall. We get the old tutu. Question still is whether or not the extra invincibility is worth more. I guess it heavily depends on the fight and the attacks. And how well I can dodge after getting hit. And how well I can keep my cool after getting hit, mostly. The issue is, once you get hit, you're off pattern. And it's really difficult to fall back into that pattern. Can we maybe go into this house yet? No, we cannot. We haven't seen Sand since killing Papyrus, and that is scary. Do we have room in our inventory, actually? We very much do not. So let's go back and put away the notebook. Because we're never going to use that. Like, not at all. Not a chance. I wish this game had a... I wish this game was actually like a SNES game. And not just look like one. Because then I would have a speed button right now. Mostly for the grinding, honestly. But for the walking, wouldn't hurt either. So notebook. I guess we also really don't need the ballet shoes anymore. We have the frying pan now, which is just a lot better. Because even if we aren't as good at using it, it's more powerful and there's room to grow with it. And all of our items are going to heal 26 rather than 22. Which is because we just have one item. But we should have access to glam burgers starting like right now. And if we have access to glam burgers, I think glam burgers heal like 30, 35, something like that. And they might have 2 doses to them as well, but I'm not entirely sure about that. That would be really good though, because that means that they heal 70 in total. Anyway, so yeah, you look behind this waterfall and it's got the old tutu. And it's actually an incredibly good piece of armor. So let's put that on and I guess just go back now. There's nothing else to do in this stream. I mean, I can just kill enemies in Hotland for like 15 minutes and that's probably what I will end up doing. But most of that is going to happen off screen because the encounter rate is not high enough to do them very rapidly. It takes a lot of walking back and forth. Unless there's a way to force encounters, that would be nice. Let me Google that real quick. As we go back with the boat, maybe there's a way to force encounters in Undertale and I'm just not aware of it. Right the boat, yes, and I would very much like to go to Hotland. Then we're off. Undertale force encounter. Oh my, oh no, that's not good. I'm gonna have to stop the recording like right now because my disk is running out of space.